Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, June 3rd, 2023.
Thank you, Robert. We now join you with breaking news. After a 3-month-old child was airlifted to Loma Linda Medical for life-threatening injuries, the child's father was arrested for torture and child endangerment. On Wednesday, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department investigated allegations into the physical abuse of a 3-month-old female victim in Yucca Valley. Investigators from the Sheriff's Department's Crimes Against Children Detail, Specialized Enforcement Division, and Department of Family Services determined that the victim was suffering from life-threatening injuries consistent with child abuse. The victim was airlifted to Loma Linda University Medical Center's Pediatric Intensive Care Unit. Detectives identified the infant's father, Drew Hellerud, a 31-year-old resident of Yucca Valley, as the suspect in the abuse. Drew Hellerud was arrested for investigation into child endangerment, death or paralysis, aggravated mayhem, torture, and child endangerment, and was booked into the Central Detention Center on $1 million bail. I'm Jeff Harmatz. We now rejoin the rest of Saturday's newscast.
The Mojave Desert Land Trust has announced a major expansion to their Mojave Desert Seed Bank, allowing them to collect and store seeds representing approximately 20% of all of the Mojave Desert's native flora. The $3.19 million expansion of the seed bank is in support of California's 30 by 30 initiative, an effort to help conservationists tackle the urgent need for collecting and storing native seeds in our state. The seed bank is managed by the Mojave Desert Land Trust, or MDLT, from their Joshua Tree headquarters, and the expansion is planned over the next 4 years. MDLT says that the new funding from the Wildlife Conservation Board will enable the seed bank to collect, process, and store seeds from an additional 300 species, and the collection of seeds will be used in restoration projects throughout the state's deserts, which represents almost 25% of California's ecosystems. In 2020, the seed bank joined California Plant Rescue, a collaboration of not-for-profit botanical institutions that are working to conserve California's unique native plants. That same year, MDLT also entered a collaboration with the BLM to develop and document the processes used in growing and collecting native Mojave Desert seeds. The expansion will also see the new construction of a 2,500 square foot facility to help with that mission. It will include a seed lab, climate-controlled storage, a processing room, and workspace for staff and volunteers, all made possible by an anonymous donor. The seed bank has made over 700 collections representing 210 species since its establishment 6 years ago. The seed collection prioritizes species that are valuable in restoration work and that support threatened and endangered wildlife such as the Mojave Desert tortoise. Medina Asbel is the Director of Plant Conservation Programs at the Mojave Desert Land Trust, and she says that this project will allow the MDLT, along with their partners, to better address the region's seed needs and the growing threats caused by climate change and habitat loss. We'll have a link to a longer version of this story, including the full press release, on our website, Z107.7fm.com. The Landers Open Air Market is shifting its hours to get prepared for the summer sun. Art aficionado and home goods hunter Jeff Harmatz is here with the lowdown.
This Saturday's Landers Open Air Market is beating the heat with a new 4 p.m. start time. Vendors will be there with handcrafted and homemade items alongside goodies like locally made peanut brittle. The open-air market will continue to be free to anyone who is interested in selling their local goods. Setup starts at 2:30. The market opens at 4 p.m. The market is located at 58622 Rishi Road in Landers. For more information, check this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Jeff Harmatz.
The Johnson Valley Improvement Association is holding their monthly dinner at the Johnson Valley Community Center tonight at 6 p.m. Enjoy summertime favorites like fried chicken, potato salad, and baked beans, and of course dessert. All for only $10 a person or $5 for kids 12 and under. Doors open at 5:30 and everyone is welcome to stay after dinner for the JVIA General Meeting with events and announcements. The 29 Palms Art Gallery launches their June exhibition tonight. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas joins us with what to expect.
The 29 Palms Art Gallery will host an art reception on Saturday, June 3rd. The gallery will be open all day, and reception hospitality will be served on the gallery patio from 4 to 7 p.m. The public is invited to attend and meet the artist. Admission is free. Featured in the West Wing in June are the drawings of Ellen Saunders. Kitchen art features color pencil portraits of edible plants, with a focus on the beauty of their form, color, and texture, with ancient Roman and Egyptian influences. The East Gallery features Devin Watson with a show titled Recovery, Rest, and Reset, featuring featuring craft-based art in many disciplines. The exhibition will be on display at the gallery June 1st through 25th, open Saturday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, visit 29palmsartgallery.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
As the weather continues to warm up here in the high des, the abundant native wildflowers that popped up this spring are drying up, and if you've cleared your property of the leftover weeds, you may be itching to keep things growing throughout the summer. The good news is there are a lot of water-wise ways to plant native desert flora and keep them thriving in our arid desert ecosystem. For existing plants, you can shift your watering schedule to before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. when the sun won't evaporate all the water you're putting down. It's also a good time to check over your landscape watering systems and hoses to make sure there aren't any leaks, saving you money on your water bill and conserving H2O in the process. June is a great time to plant or transplant palms and cacti, and responsibly propagating native cactus species in your backyard is surprisingly fun and easy. The Joshua Basin Water District has a water-wise demonstration garden that is free to tour during the weekdays and give you some ideas on drought-tolerant and native species that can naturally beautify your property without raising your water bill. And thinking more long-term, you can register now to receive a free shade tree to plant on your property. The Joshua Basin Water District is teaming up with other nonprofits to provide a free shade tree seedling to high desert residents. That's happening next Saturday on June 10th from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Trees are in limited supply and they ask you to pre-register with a short survey. We'll have that link at this story at Z107.7fm.com. If you find yourself low on new plants for the summer, Jeff Harmatz rejoins us with a sale that's happening next weekend that you won't want to miss.
The Yucca Valley Seroptimists are holding a yard and plant sale next weekend, June 9th and 10th. The sale will have household and garage treasures galore, with lots of native and desert-tolerant plants for sale, such as succulents, flowers, vegetable starts, and potting kits. All proceeds benefit women and girls' education programs here in the Morongo Basin. The Yucca Valley Seroptimists are part of a global volunteer organization that provides women and girls with access to the education and training they need to achieve economic empowerment. The sale starts at 8 a.m. on June 9th and 10th. You can find a link to the Yucca Valley Seroptimists at this story on our website, Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Jeff Harmatz.
And that's your local news. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.